What is up, YouTube? Thrift School over here. Outside the thrift store, I hear some seagulls or something. What is going on? It is about 95 to 100 degrees out. I can feel it burning my skin. I just want to get inside here, find some deals, make some money, sell this stuff over on Amazon, possibly eBay. Let's go inside. Let's scan some stuff up. This place is cash only, so I'm gonna have to go to an ATM, which sucks, but that's okay. Let's see what we find. So here we are looking. First thing we find is a whole bunch of video games, priced a little high, but maybe I'll find something in here. We'll see a bunch of Wii games, a lot of Mario in here. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. At $8, $6, that actually might have been a solid buy, but I left all of these behind. Let me know if I'm crazy or not. That Biggs 2, I think I looked up. It's not worth much anymore, but I did end up grabbing this PS4 game for $4. That is kind of a steal. I threw this in the cart. I don't know why I was thinking it's worth money. Look out for Gran Turismo 6. 5 just isn't worth it on the PlayStation 3. You want to be looking for the 6th edition. I believe that's the last one that they made on the PS3. That's always what you're trying to look for. Games that were the last of their kind on their respective consoles. Whether it be sports games, racing games, fighting games. Just try to find the last one they made because that's the most up-to-date one. And that's the one that people usually want. Looking over here at the DVDs, $5 for brand new sealed. That's not bad, honestly. Now, I have so many DVD box sets at my house already, but I still like to scan these and see if possibly there's one in here that's worth $40, $50. Sometimes you find a really obscure box set and it's just worth a lot of money. Now, I'm finding some duplicates in here you'll see in a second. $6 for it sealed, $5 for it opened. They kind of know what they're doing here price-wise. $3 opened, $4 sealed. Those are both the exact same set. And I did end up scanning it in most of these. I couldn't really find much in the DVD section, and I already had so many at home, so I moved on over to the toys. And guys, take a look at this toy wall. If you like to sell toys, board games, anything like that, you would be in heaven here. I'm sure you could come here and scan through all the games that aren't sealed and count the pieces and make a killing. I didn't really have the time for that, so I'm just looking for some sealed games. We found our first winner right here. And guys, I'm going to go over everything that I picked up at the end of this video with all of the Amazon prices so you guys can see exactly what I picked up and exactly how much money I'm going to make per item. I'm just scanning up the barcode and making sure it's worth my time. And you know what this one was? Still looking through, we're down on the floor right here, the very bottom shelf. There are so many games here. And like I said, you could scan these things, like $8. That's kind of a lot. This actually, nobody was selling it on Amazon. I ended up putting it back. I looked on eBay. It sells for about 20-ish, 25. Maybe I could have sold it for 35 on Amazon. I didn't know. I just put it back. Didn't want to mess with it. It was really loud. It kept making noise. So I just left it there, but it's no big deal. You guys can see a glimpse of all the things I'm buying. This was for myself. Forbidden Island, $3. That's actually the #1 ranked game on Amazon. Pretty interesting there. And for $3, hey, if you're into board games, buy them for yourself. And you can find them at thrift stores all the time for dirt cheap. That's how I buy most of my board games. So, still looking around on this bottom shelf, and there's some cool older games down in here. I saw that Risk and Castle Risk. I know some friends' things can be worth money. This one is not one of them. But I'm just really looking around. Bargain Hunter. Hey, that's what I'm doing. I'm hunting for bargains. And I've sold that Quirkle game before, brand new sealed. It goes for a good amount of money. So, always keep an eye out for sealed things. Always keep an eye out for Guitar Hero and Rock Band guitars. But, this is a PlayStation one. They want $5 for it, which is a great deal if it were for Xbox. But these PlayStation and Wii ones need this little dongle that is worth a lot of money. But that means it costs a lot of money to buy to complete it. Most people aren't going to be buying the guitar for a decent price without that dongle because it just won't work. So I'm always trying to keep my eye out for ones with the dongles, and it's very rare that you'll find them at the thrift store like that. So sadly, I had to leave it behind. Looked up this Yankee Jenga set, and it wasn't even on Amazon. So I just left it. Hey, you know what? Maybe I could have sold it over on eBay, but they wanted a little much for it, so wasn't worth it. You guys can see a scope of how big this thrift store is. It's absolutely massive. Pushing my cart down here. It's getting a little full. looking at all the weird stuff. You know, I kind of want to take a look up front and see what kind of stuff we got up here. Maybe I'll take a look. I don't know. They hide a lot of the good stuff behind the counters. Lots of board games, lots of toys, video games, just a whole bunch of things. And, you know, I've never shown you guys behind the counter. But first, let's take a look at some CDs. Now, you guys know I sell CDs. A lot of you are going to be restricted in CDs, but I sell them on eBay just as well. I'm seeing all these sealed ones. I do end up grabbing a nice little stack you guys will see right here. Look at that. Pretty decent stack of sealed CDs, $2 a piece. They were all worth it for me to sell. Thinking about that Rampage guy still as I'm in the store, and like I said, I do end up putting him back. He just, I don't know. I could have made some money on him, but really wasn't worth it. And then, holy cow, a whole bunch of sealed DVDs. Maybe a local store went out of business because there's a lot of sealed CDs, a lot of sealed DVDs. Maybe it was somebody that hoarded them because I see a lot of Walmart and Best Buy stickers still on these, and a local store wouldn't have kept those on there. So, could have been a hoarder. You see these huge influxes of things donated at once, especially with clothing, all the same size. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a hoarder, but it does mean it comes from the same person. So, it's very possible that that's what's happening here. Hey, I found some hidden video games back there. I've never seen that Star Fox Command game before. It actually isn't worth much. At $4, I thought that was going to be a good score, but just wasn't. Hey, you know what? You win some, you lose some. I almost lost all these clothes. I almost dropped them all, but with my cat-like reflexes, I was able to grab them and hang them back up and take a quick look through. You know, some of these prices are crazy. Some of them are decent. $5 for that Mets shirt. $10 for the Brooks Brothers, $13, $8, $6. So they're kind of all over the place. $15, new tag, Nike. Like, you know, I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm looking for things with the new logo, so I end up putting that away. But, you know, I don't sell clothing too much nowadays. It's a very slow seller. I know a lot of people like to sell clothing. You know, I don't really enjoy it. It's a pain in the butt to list. It's not too bad to ship. It's actually one of the easiest items to ship, and that's the redeeming factor for me. You know, I hate taking the measurements. I hate taking the pictures, so I only grab things that are surefire wins when it comes to clothing, and I thought I found a surefire win right here. Patagonia hat, real easy, real nice. Ooh, I don't know if the camera's really picking it up, but look at those weird brown stains on there. There was a few of them, no price tag. This thrift store, if there's no price tag, they won't sell it to you. You got to come back the next day when they price it. So, hey, you know what? There's no point. People don't even bring stuff up front to get it priced nowadays because they know the thrift store won't sell it to them. I don't get why thrift stores do that. But here we are behind the counter. Look at some of these games. See some of the prices here. $8 for Sonic 2, $20 for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. You know, not really any room to make profit. They have some cool board games up there. I see CTR, that's a little pinball machine, Crash Bandicoot. You know, just some interesting things, but they usually price things a little high back here. Let's take a look at these Legos. That is a lot of Legos. They wanted $99 for that bin. Yeah, I'm not going to buy that. I take a look behind me, and they must be watching Garage Flips videos because they might think this is some Boy Scout uniform or something. They're selling it for $300. Absolutely insane. Who's coming to a thrift store to drop $300 on a uniform, $300 on a suit? Well, that was only $150. Hey, you're getting a bargain. I had to see the brand Lord & Taylor. That's all it was. It was just Lord & Taylor for $300. What? I couldn't believe it. You know what, guys? Let's take a look at everything I picked up and see how much money I'm going to make. All right, guys, we are back home. Got to give you the puppy tax. Say hello to everyone. Say hello to everyone. She's just staring into the sun. She likes that heat, the warmth, don't you? All right, so let's take a look, guys. See everything we got. I'm going to flash everything up on the screen so you guys can see how much I'm going to sell this stuff for. No real home runs, sadly, but there definitely is money here. I more than doubled my money. I only spent about $50, so I really didn't have to spend too much, but, you know, there was another reseller there, and she had a lot of board games and a lot of things in her cart, so I just assumed she grabbed all the great stuff and left me with the scraps. But the scraps are all right sometimes, guys. Sometimes you just take what you can get. We have Cranium here. I paid $4.99 for. I believe this is going for a good amount of money. You guys can see up on the screen how much this is going for. Next game we have here is a game called Brain Games Kids, National Geographic. Now, while I was in the store filming a little bit, you probably saw glimpses of my cart. I had other things in there, but I ended up leaving them either because they had holes in the box, rips in the plastic, damage that you don't want to sell over on Amazon. Perfect example, I had 2 of these. They were $5 each, and I'd only make $5 each, but they're really easy just to throw in a box and ship off. But one of them, while I was doing my inspection, had a tear in the cardboard right there, so I had to leave it. This one was, what, $4.95, I believe? Where's the price? There's the price, $4.95 for Clue, the Classic Edition. What else do we have here? Think Fun Zingo. Bingo with a zing. This was only $3.99. Not going to make a lot on that. This game used to go for more money, I believe. Maybe it's just come down a bit lately. Who knows? Now, this is brand new sealed. It's a Lego. It's number 76010 DC Comics Superheroes with Batman and Penguin. Till the box is heavily damaged, so I will sell it as used. It was $8, but even at used, I'm still going to make $10 or more on it, so that's not bad at all. I am happy about that. We have one video game. I ended up putting the other ones back because they weren't worth it. This one was $3.99 for the Lego Movie, the video game. I actually just sent one of these off to Amazon. It's complete, which is nice. So this should be about $7 to $10. Since it's complete, I might be able to ask a little bit more. Here's the receipt. You guys can see what I paid. I paid $50.89, and you know what really stinks? Their ATM there, I had to take out $60 in cash. Their ATM charges $3.75, so almost $4 extra on top of all this. So that's kind of a shame. I have to factor that in, of course. What a pain in the butt. And then we got a whole bunch of CDs, so I'll just flash through them real quick. If I want to give you guys a good tip, this is Now, that's what I call Christmas, but all the Now series, if you find them brand new, they actually go for pretty solid money, honestly. This is the Essential Now, that's what I call Christmas. You guys see on the screen, it's going for good money. Each one of these CDs was $2 a piece right here. Bernie Williams Moving Forward at $2. Now, some of these, obviously, I'm only going to make a few bucks on, but the ranks are really good, so I know they'll sell fast. We have the producers right here. Mel Brooks, pretty cool. Yeah, so some of these, I'm only going to make a couple bucks on, but the ranks are really good, so they'll sell fast. Others are ranked a little bit higher, but I will sell them for more money. So you'll like to mix those in there. We got Liza Live from Radio City Music Hall. And again, $2 each. Not bad on these guys. The Look of Love, Deanna Crowell. Never heard of her before, but hopefully she's going for some good money. Don't know who this is. Kenny Chesney, maybe? No. Mitchell Tenpenny. Mitchell Tenpenny. Never heard of Mitchell Tenpenny, but all right. Who do we have here? Dan and Shay. This had a really good rank, I think, like 300 in music. $2. Not bad. And I was surprised to see this many sealed ones. Dylan Scott. Now, I gave you guys a quick glimpse at all the CDs there. And, there were a lot more sealed, but one thing I always try and keep a look for, here's the last one right here, the Chain Smokers. One thing I always try and look out for is making sure there's no tears in the plastic, and a lot of times you're going to get cracks underneath the case. Now, none of these have cracks under the case, that's why I bought them all, but you'll have a crack underneath, and I don't like to sell those as new over on Amazon. I'm sure, I've had returns in the past because I could ship this into Amazon FBA, and when they ship it to the customer, they just stick it in a bubble mailer and, ship it off, blah, 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 stick it in the mailbox, and if it's cracked during shipping, it's cracked during shipping. So there's nothing I can do about it. Odds are you could get away with shipping in cracked cases all the time, and, it's really up to the customer because I would say Amazon does not treat these very well. Now, you could go one step further and bubble wrap them in cardboard box. Nobody's going to go through all of that work to make a few bucks. So, it's the risk you take with selling on Amazon. They're not going to package everything 100% correctly, but I still try to do my due diligence when I'm outsourcing, making sure they look in perfect condition. Same thing with these board games here. I just like to make sure everything is looking good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School, signing out. See ya. Walking over in the yard, what do we see? A stick and a puppy. Look at that tail wag. Oh, what are you looking at? What do you see? What are you looking for? Looking for some squirrels? There's been a lot of squirrels out lately. She's got the froggy leg going. All right. Adios.